It's
What's up,
Andre
everybody? We got it?
and Jonathan.
Andre and Jonathan, this is CSF Weekend Recap. That's what we're calling it for right now. We're working on that. But
We'll take
we're going to go
suggestions.
through. Do what?
We'll take
We're gonna go-
suggestions.
Yeah, take suggestions. We're going to go through yesterday's games and everything, scores, and the top 25 just come out, so we'll go ahead and discuss that. But anyways, welcome everybody. What's up, Jonathan?
It's just a happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Awesome. Great insight.
Tomorrow will be a happy Monday and then a happy Tuesday and whatever.
No. It's not happy when it's Monday, man. There's no Monday that's happy. You know this.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, you're right.
We're back to work and all that. So, anyways, let me make sure that we got everything live on every platform. Like I said, it's our first time ever doing this.
Yeah, forgive us, people. We're going to get this right at some point in time. It is our first time. We don't have the professional Rob Sanders.
No,
helping us
Rob
out.
didn't. Rob's busy. Okay, so let me share this to. How do I do this from my? Oh, here we go. Give me 1 second. I need to share it to the group. It looks like I'm sharing on my page, but of course, they had to change something on StreamYard. All right, so we can't do this until we freaking go live, which is awesome. Which means probably nobody's watching right now. All right, so let me post this to the group. All right, and we'll go ahead and pin that to the top of the group. We'll go and refresh. Let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and pin.
Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I posted something on Facebook on CSF. Just it's basically to get people to hate me, I guess. But they sure
I seen
did.
that.
They sure did, man. They were hating on me. Just
So-
because you're an admin means you can post stupid, silly crap. Whatever the fuck it said. Oh, that was my first curse word.
Oh, we need to get a jar. Just kidding,
I
dude.
know, right?
We're not gonna do like some Facebook groups that sit there and you can't say bad words, you can't say mean things, or we're gonna spank you. That sounds really bad.
Speaking of, since when did we have a thing where we have to allow people's posts?
Well, to be fair, there was one
You
member
did
in the
that.
group. Yes, let me explain. Okay, so there was one member in the group that all they were doing was posting news stories. Okay, and I guess they either work with or they run this sports news group or whatever. And I'm sorry, if all you're gonna do is sit there and only just post news stories, then you're gonna have to get we got to sit there and go through it and say, okay, we can post that. I mean, this member wasn't sitting there and they weren't adding nothing else besides posting news stories. So I had a member reach out. Well, actually, I saw the post on it, and I reached out to the member, and they're right. All they were doing is posting news stories. So if all you're going to do is post news stories and not comment on anything and add no value besides, hey, we're just going to promote our brand, no, we're not going to do that. That's no. I'm not into that. So I apologize.
Well, no, I apologize because all I'm doing is sitting here in my man cave while you're sitting at Tiger Stadium
at night, which is funny because during the daytime.
Yeah.
Make that make sense, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and go through
you want to
the games.
You want to run through the games that happened yesterday.
Yeah, so let's go through them, and then we'll pick some out. We'll talk about them, and then we'll go over the top 25, and then we'll kind of see what's coming up for next week. So let's go look at. I'm going to concentrate mostly on the top 25.
Yes, correct. So,
all right.
I mean, to start.
So let's look at the games that actually really matter. Oh, you froze up, buddy. You froze up. Dude, you look retarded. You're there.
Wow.
Oh, here sounds.
So
there we go.
So Georgia beat Tennessee Tech. Honestly, if there's one thing I could take from that game, they should have put up 60.
So now we're judging teams on you didn't put up enough points against a weak opponent.
You could only put up 48 on Tennessee Tech? Really?
Oh, my God. All right, so the games that really, really, really mattered yesterday. Number one, the biggest game, Texas and Michigan. Texas beat the brakes off of Michigan in the big house. In the big house. The defending national champs minus, all your coaches and players and stuff. I mean, we understand that, but it's still Michigan. You would think that they would sit there and put up more of a fight than what they did yesterday, but Texas went in there and they just did whatever the hell they wanted to do.
I truly I knew Michigan was going to be shit after Harbaugh left. But that showed exactly who I'm not going to say it showed exactly who they are, but I'll tell you this. I think it showed exactly who Texas is. Because I think Texas is a solid team this year and someone to be worried about. And also, you spoke about the big house.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching the game, and that stadium is shit. It's nothing like Tiger Stadium. Nothing.
Okay, a little bit biased there, but I get you. I mean, they hold a lot of people, though. I mean, but for them to walk in there, and they embarrassed them, dude. They straight up embarrassed them. I mean, if anybody sits there and thinks that Michigan has a chance in the Big Ten, no, that got destroyed. It's over. That's over. But to me, Texas looked like they were either. I mean, there might be an argument, honestly, and we'll look at the top 25 later. There might be an argument that Texas might be the best team in the country,
And I hate to say that.
Yeah, me too, because nobody likes a Longhorn except Longhorn fans. But anyways, we know a couple of them, but it's okay. Yeah, well, I don't freaking know. Screw them. Horns down, saw them off, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, they looked like one of the best teams in the country yesterday as they destroyed Michigan. 31-12. And honestly, if you watch a game, it wasn't even that close. Let's see. There was another couple. Okay. But the biggest story of yesterday, number 5, Notre Dame at home, losing to NIU. Now, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I didn't watch the game because I didn't think it was going to be a game worth watching. I was wrong. And Notre Dame, I think that right there has cost them any opportunity to make the playoff. They had to be damn near perfect this year to make the playoff because they're not in the conference because they refuse to join.
Okay, you're right. They're not in the conference, so that's clear in the rules now that if you're not in the conference and you can only be in the best you could do is top 5, number 5 or worse.
No. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because the group of 5 champions not guaranteed number 5.
Right. There isn't even a group of 5 anymore. It's a group of 4.
Yeah. No. Group of 5. I'm talking about like the not like the power conferences.
There's no Pac-12.
Right. Well, no. That's the Power Five you're talking about. I'm talking about the Group
Yeah.
of Five, like your Sun Belts, Mountain West, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But
Yeah.
anyways, uh, Notre Dame is overrated every single fucking year. Every single year, Notre Dame's overrated, and they proved that yesterday.
Well,
Like
see,
how
I don't know if
overrated.
do you ever watch Josh Pate?
NBC just wants them to be rated so they can get
Oh
commercial
yeah,
money.
ratings. But do you ever watch Josh Pate? It used to be Late Kick. I think it's Josh Pate's college football show. He changed the name on it, but he had a really, really good point about Notre Dame, and people saying overrated, right? And he made a point saying, well, if you're overrated, you know, the way he looks at it, and it makes sense that the people above you should beat, but then the people below you, the people above you, they should beat you. People below you, you should beat them. Number 5, there's a lot of teams ranked below number 5. They could have beat Notre Dame the way they played yesterday. I mean, a lot of teams they could have beat them, but they're out. In my opinion, they're out. They're not going to be in the college football playoff. That they killed it. It's over.
I wouldn't say that. Like if they go 11-1, if they go 11-1,
I don't know, man.
they're gonna put them in.
See, I would agree with you if it was like a Power 4 opponent that beat them. Okay, and maybe they were on the road and they were not ranked. I might agree with that, but it's NIU,
but
in Notre Dame.
Watching that game, they're not going to go 11-1.
No. Oh no. Dude, they still got to play USC this year.
That's right.
Yeah, they're not going to. I mean, I'm not sure where that game is at. But they got to play USC.
We can talk about USC later. We can talk about USC later because USC might go 12-0. Like I don't
know about that.
Well, me neither. Well, time will tell.
Well, you know what? Since you brought up USC, we'll talk about who they played. Utah State. Woo-hoo. They beat Utah State. Whoop-de-doo. And see, I made some people mad last week saying that I don't think that Power 4 teams should play like these FCS opponents. And, there's a lot of pushback saying, yeah, that's the only way they make money and make, they make their entire budget off that one game. I get that. I really do. But who cares about USC beating the holy hell out of Utah State? I mean, nobody cares. You get no value whatsoever in that game. None. But I don't know, man. Let's, you know what? Since you bring up USC, just for fun, let me see. I'm going to pull up USC's schedule.
I think
you're chopping and screwing on us, man. You okay over there? He must have that McDonald's internet. Uh-oh. Did we lose the gnome? Now he looks like a real gnome. He's frozen. Hold on. Let's figure out what happened with him. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, he dropped out. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's get him back in here. Anyways, I don't agree with what he said about USC going undefeated, but I could be wrong. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to discuss it. I mean, I wasn't going to talk about USC because they played a nobody team, but I mean, whatever. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see. Get this copy. Let me get him back in here. Let's see. All right. Give us 1 second, y'all. We're trying to get the gnome back in here. Like I said, he must have that McDonald's internet. Some people in Alabama know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. They got to go next to a McDonald's and actually sit next to it just to get internet because they can't pay for it at home. It's a joke. I'm kidding. Okay, he's back. Dude,
What are you joking
you
about?
must have that McDonald's internet, dude. Say it seriously.
McDonald's internet.
Yeah, that's right. You know, last was a couple of years ago, we were talking about a couple of members. They had that choppy internet, so they must be outside McDonald's trying to borrow the Wi-Fi.
I do remember that, and I think we were talking about Mishi and
yeah.
So
let's see. I'm gonna pull up. I wasn't gonna talk about USC, but since you talked about it, whatever. What's funny is I actually put USC in Google, and there's a there's an article in the LA Times saying they're talking about playoff talk. I'm like, okay, if you're really sitting there thinking that beating Utah State is going to propel you to the playoff, stop it.
Who?
USC, the LA Times said that. I'm like, dude, you're out of your freaking mind.
Because USC beat Utah State?
Yeah, I guess because they beat LSU and they beat Utah State. Oh yeah, we're on the playoff bound.
Wait, are we talking about Utah State or Utah?
Because no, Utah State.
Yeah, because Utah is actually a contender.
Yeah, but they're not in the same conference no more, though. Utah is going to probably win that Big 12.
Utah State's not a fucking contender.
Okay, so it looks like on the 21st they play Michigan. From what I saw from Michigan, I think USC can beat them. Then they got Wisconsin.
No, I think they're going to freaking beat their asses off.
Now, look, Michigan. I would say, but it's in the Big House. It doesn't matter.
I don't care. You saw what happened at the Big House yesterday.
I know, but USC is not Texas, but, I mean, they're still better than what I saw from Michigan. They got Wisconsin at home. That'll be interesting. They go to Minnesota. But here's the game that you said you think they'll go undefeated. I think when they play Penn State.
I didn't say I did not say I thought they would go undefeated.
You think they could?
They could.
Yeah, well, I don't think they will. I think Penn State's going to get them. And here's something interesting. They got to go to Washington. Now, I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched Washington just yet. But they got to go there, and no matter what's going on, that's a hard place to play. They got Nebraska and then at UCLA, but then they got to play Notre Dame.
Yes, the last game.
I'm sorry. I don't see Notre Dame beating USC at the end of the year. I don't care. I don't care where it's at.
Look, I mean, don't underestimate the Pac-12.
I mean the 2-pack? They're not even considered a power conference anymore. Anyways, let's go back and look at some more of these games here. Another one that kind of piqued my interest, Oklahoma and Houston.
Okay.
In Oklahoma, and they win 16-12. Now, to me, if you're beating Houston, now look, Houston's a Big 12 team, you know, I mean, barely, whatever you want to call it. But being Oklahoma and you're at home, you should win comfortably. I'm not saying like FCS kind of win, you know. I just mean you should win comfortably, in my opinion.
So basically, what that score says is Oklahoma finally got a defense, but now we don't have an offense.
And in my opinion, if you're in the SEC, you're not going to do well if you're beating Houston at home. Because don't forget, Alabama's going to roll into there. Alabama, I promise you, is better than Houston.
Don't say shit like roll. Roll. Don't say roll.
No. Roll taught off a cliff. Screw them, whatever. But look, you can't look. Whatever you think about Alabama, they're not a bad team at all. You know.
I don't trust Jalen Monroe, but Milroe.
I trust DeBoer. I trust what DeBoer did at freaking Washington. I promise you, he's got better talent at Alabama than they had at Washington. I promise that.
Yeah.
You know. So
but we're not talking about that. Let's go back to the topic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But anyways, there's no way, in my opinion, that Oklahoma is going to do worth a damn if you're going to sit there and struggle. I mean, not struggle, but you should win more comfortably over Houston. I mean, you're going to have Alabama coming in. You got to go on the road to LSU. I mean, there's no way. I mean, by the way, you got to play them back-to-back weeks in the year.
Alabama and LSU.
Oh, is it? Let me check. Let me verify. Let me verify. I want to say that's what it was. Let me check.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Knowing what Texas is becoming, Texas is a concern coming into the SEC.
Oh yeah,
for our Tigers.
Yeah. Well, we don't. Well, yeah, we don't play Texas. Thank God. I mean, look, I'm all about competition, but I'm glad we're not playing them this year unless we make it to the championship. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we are.
Oklahoma never bothered me a bit.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Oklahoma's better than your Mississippi States and stuff like that. By the way, Alabama, they do play in Oklahoma.
Yes,
on the 23rd, and then they got to go on the road. Oklahoma's got to go on the road to LSU. Oh, by the way, let's not forget, on the 9th, they play Missouri as well. And then, by the way, they got to play Ole Miss too this year.
A friend of mine brought me.
And then look, they got to play Texas too. So I'm sorry, I don't see Oklahoma. I mean, after what I saw yesterday, I mean, I might have them a little bit lower than I thought because they still got to play Auburn too. And Tennessee.
A friend of mine earlier today brought me a SEC schedule that I can hang on my wall. And yes, we play Oklahoma at Oklahoma.
No. LSU plays them at Baton Rouge, but Bama does go to Oklahoma.
Oh no, you're right. We do play. They play us.
But yeah, I mean, their schedule does not, based on this score here, they're going to lose to Tennessee. Let's see, where is that at?
So
since you got the fancy schedule, it's in Oklahoma, but I don't think it matters.
Do you think they're going to make more? Because you remember years ago, Texas, they basically wanted to sue Texas because of the TV rights. Do you
mean because of the Big 12, the Texas Longhorn Network?
Exactly, the Longhorn Network. You think they're gonna make more money? That's the only way they would have left.
Dude, SEC money talks, dude. BS walks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't think I'm not impressed with Oklahoma as of right now. I mean, they got to go to Ole Miss. I just checked it out. Good luck. So you got Tennessee coming in, Bama coming in. You got to go to Ole Miss, to LSU. Good luck. And that's not even talking about playing Missouri. So
are we okay? So that's two teams. I don't want to be a SEC homer, but like Tennessee, are we impressed?
I don't know yet. I really don't know too much about North Carolina State. That's where Rob would know way more about it than we would, because he is a big-time ACC guy. But I want to see what Tennessee does the rest of the year. Let me see who Tennessee has. You know what? You got the schedule. Who does Tennessee have next?
Tennessee has next. Oh, yeah. They don't play. Oh, week 4. That's September 21st. They're going to play Oklahoma at Oklahoma. But,
yeah, so that's going to be something we see there. If they walk into Oklahoma and beat the dog piss out of them, I'm impressed. And then all of a sudden,
I don't see that happening. Like I don't think.
I don't know, dude. I mean, you got to think about this. Who's better, Tennessee or Houston?
Yeah, but we don't know anything about Houston.
Dude, I'm sorry. I mean, we do know that Houston doesn't have the athletes of Oklahoma. We know that. I mean, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see you soon.
I'm still wondering about the reason they got rid of what's his face? That's the coach at USC. Like, does Oklahoma have a defense?
I don't know. I mean, apparently so. unless Houston is not that good. Like I said, I didn't see the game because I had things going on yesterday. I had to run around. Plus, I really didn't think that was going to be a game, so I kind of ignored it.
Another, just we can get off of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Ole Miss. Do you think they're for real?
They haven't played anybody. I mean, I think they're really, really good. I mean, Lane Kiffin, the offense is going to be dynamic. But I want to see them play somebody. I said, I don't have the schedule next to me because
I don't
have it in front of me, but I want to see.
All right, so they play Wake Forest. No. Yeah, they play Wake Forest next week.
Where's it at? Is it on the road or in Oxford?
At
Wake Forest?
At Wake Forest.
Okay. That might be that's gonna be their. I mean, would I say it's a test? No, but at least it's some decent level of competition on the road.
Okay, and really, I mean, they have at Wake Forest, then Georgia Southern. Nobody gives a shit about.
No.
Kentucky, maybe. I don't know.
No. Dude. Stop. You talking about Kentucky? Dude, Kentucky got destroyed. Man, they got whooped by South Carolina, man. Man, those damn Gamecock fans are, Beamer ball. They're excited, dude. I'm sorry. Kentucky's not going to give them any kind of competition.
Right. So after Kentucky, they got South Carolina at South Carolina.
That could be interesting.
Then they're at LSU.
Yeah, that right there. If they go through unscathed and walk in Baton Rouge, and they beat LSU, to me, we need to start talking about them not only as a potential contender for the SEC, but maybe a contender for the national championship. If they go through and they handle their business, especially as LSU later on in the year.
That was the point of this question.
Yeah.
Because
I think they're for real in that aspect. Yeah.
People have Ole Miss high.
Yeah. Well, they had Ole Miss high, I mean, the last couple of years until they played somebody.
Is that because they have a good team, or is that because they have Lane Kiffin?
It's because their offense is so dang good. Their offense can score on anybody. Dude. We saw that last year firsthand. Unfortunately, we saw that firsthand. But I think Ole Miss is going to be all right. But here's another game that interested me a little bit, and actually there's a couple more games. Oregon beats Boise State 37-34.
So
is Boise State that good, or is Oregon having problems? Because last week they struggled too.
Who, Oregon?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So,
I say struggle as in like they had an inferior opponent and they didn't sit there and look the way they probably should have.
Normally, I would like to think that Boise State is overrated, but they are perfectly rated where they are right now.
Well, I mean, we're going to look at the top 25 later. As of yesterday, they weren't ranked.
Right, exactly.
But that really means nothing because preseason.
Oregon, on the other hand, I think for the most part, just because they have some cool Nike uniforms, they're overrated most times, just like Notre Dame. And
I wouldn't agree with that. I mean, Oregon.
They got exactly what they were supposed to get by Boise State.
Well, we'll see at Boise State. I mean, if Boise State can hang with Oregon, and let's say Boise State's that good, right? I mean, maybe they get into as a group of five into the playoff. I know we have a couple members of ours that would love to see that, but I mean that right there just kind of piqued my interest. And of course, now this is not a ranked matchup, but South Carolina beating up Kentucky.
I don't really give a shit.
Dude, that right there interested me because they didn't just beat them up; they beat them bad, and they went to Lexington and beat them 31-6. That right there. See, we've been hearing that South Carolina's been improving. Shane Beamer's not a bad coach. All we hear is Beamer ball, whatever. But we had also heard that this game here should be a close game, and it wasn't. So either the people that talk football don't know what they're talking about, or maybe South Carolina is just better than what people think. And like I said, we're going to look here in a little bit at the top 25 and see what happened. I wouldn't be surprised to see South Carolina move into the top 25 with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
the jury's still out.
Of course. I mean, next week is going to be a test for both teams, LSU and South Carolina. They got to go on the road. And I tell you what, I mean, I know I'm not talking about smaller teams. I'm not impressed with LSU at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they walk into Columbia and they lose.
If you want to talk about that, if you want to go there.
Not really. I mean, I'm just saying South Carolina, they look like they might be, I wouldn't say like a contender for the SEC, but better than what people thought. And if they were to beat LSU next week, all of a sudden now we have a whole different conversation.
I would not be surprised.
Me neither.
They better put their big boy pants on to go to South Carolina.
Yep.
Because it's one thing to lose to USC, which USC looks good.
Oh,
but, yeah. And you know what? Nicholls State, they may contend for the division. They're going to be in the playoffs.
I ain't worried about Nicholls, dude. I mean, it seems like LSU should have beat the crap out of them, but they didn't. I mean, they're not bad, but like honestly, they better come right.
Nicholls State could contend for the Division II title because I'm old school. I don't play that what you call it FCS, FBS, blah blah blah. No.
It matters though. I mean, FCS. FBS. They're not going to have the athletes that the FBS are going to have,
but they're going to contend for the FCS title.
That's awesome. But
that does not give LSU an excuse.
No, I think South Carolina is going to give them all they can handle.
I would not be surprised.
I mean, I wouldn't be happy. Granted, if anyone doesn't know, we're both LSU fans, but we love all football, But we're realists. I think South Carolina has a great chance to beat them.
And I hate saying that. LSU Stadium, and I'm wearing an LSU hat.
I still think South Carolina's got an excellent chance to beat them, but I mean, that's honestly the only games that were, to me, of interest. I mean, that I really, really saw that really mattered. I mean, well, correct me if I'm wrong. You see anything else? I mean, you got Kansas State beat Tulane in, New Orleans.
That's who UL plays next week. I'm interested in that game.
That's going to be interested. Not many people in our group are going to be interested in it, but, we might personally be interested because of the state we live in. I mean, here's another one that
well, actually, I don't, Missouri. What do you think about Missouri?
I personally have not had a chance to watch them just yet. I'm going to be completely honest and transparent.
Yeah, me neither. Like I care about watching Missouri, but they're 2-0. They beat Buffalo 38-0.
Oh, then honestly, I have nothing to say about that. I was going to say there was an interesting game.
They're ranked in the top 10. Like
who?
Missouri.
No, they're not.
Yes, they're ranked number 9.
Let me see. Unless I'm incorrect. Oh, wow. We'll see what they do where they're ranked before, but I don't care about that because they haven't played anybody that's, said, hey, they're a real threat. And I'll tell you what, I did see a game.
But last year, Missouri did enough to get themselves.
Yeah, but they lost a defensive coordinator. I mean, we'll have to see what happened when they play somebody. But what I was trying to get to is Oklahoma State and Arkansas. That was interesting. Oklahoma State, is one of the favorites in the Big 12. And
Oklahoma State is the favorite.
no, it's I think it's Utah. I think it's
Kansas.
Utah.
Okay,
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah.
Look, that's another story. But Oklahoma State, well, no, not Oklahoma State. Arkansas. That's the question. Are they a competitor in the SEC?
I don't think so, but here's the deal with Arkansas, and both me and you know this because we've watched Arkansas for years. I mean, we've had some highs and lows with Arkansas. I mean, hell, we've seen Arkansas in the top, 3 before. So, but the thing with Arkansas, they're a pain in the butt for anybody they play. They play up to competition. They really do. I think anybody who takes Arkansas lightly is doing it at their own peril. But I mean, I was surprised to see that it was a close game the whole time. So once again, like we were saying before, is Arkansas that good? Or is Oklahoma State, not really what they thought they're going to be? I mean, it was in Stillwater, but it doesn't matter. Arkansas is one of those teams that if you really underestimate them, they'll jump up and bite you.
So if it was in Arkansas, does Arkansas win that game?
I don't know. I mean, they might, but to me, seeing Oklahoma State, now, like I said, I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to rag on Arkansas. I mean, we really don't know. It's too early in the year to really know if anybody's really that good, except for, honestly, Georgia and Texas. I mean, everyone else, we have no freaking idea.
All right. So what about Miami?
Miami last week, man. So I thought last week they were going to beat Florida. Not the way they did, dude. So the ACC to me is wide open. I think Miami's at the head of the table.
This is not about Florida. Florida sucks.
Right. But they beat a Power 4 team badly. I mean, it wasn't like, for example, like Alabama last week, who beat the crap out of Western Kentucky, or Ole Miss beat, I forget who the hell they beat, but they beat them bad. They actually took a team that's got some 4 stars on there, and they beat them bad. So I was highly impressed. I mean, they played Florida A&M. Whoop-de-doo. So I can't tell you anything about Miami from this week. What I can tell you is, looking what the ACC looks like, I mean, to me, Florida State's out. They're done. I'm not sure if I've ever seen this before. They played 2 conference games back to back, and the first 2 games of the season.
I know. I agree with you.
They're done.
To play 2 conference games to start your season.
Chopping and screwing again.
And then Georgia Tech.
Oh. Let me let him know he's chopping up again. You there?
I thought Georgia Tech. It was like, wow, look at Georgia Tech. And then they lost yesterday.
Sorry, you keep chopping up. You there? Hopefully they wouldn't lose him again. I'll tell you, man, that's at McDonald's internet. You roll by to, get their Wi-Fi. That's what it's like. He's got going on. Anyways, I mean, I'm not sure if he's there or not, but I will say that I think Miami, they own. I mean, they control their own destiny in the ACC. I mean, yesterday doesn't tell me anything about what they are going to be. To me, it was just a scrimmage game for them. But, and say what you will about Florida. Florida has 4-star athletes. I mean, people might not like who their coach is. I don't think Florida fans right now like it at all. I'm gonna be honest. I wanted Napier to get hired at LSU. I'm very glad it didn't happen. But anyways, they have good athletes there, and Miami took them to task. They handled them. So I really, truly think that Miami has a good chance to win the ACC. Let me get Jonathan back up here. We'll go ahead and dive into the top 25 and see what's moved and get our reactions to it. Give me 1 second to get him back. Let's see. Get him back in here. All right, let's see. All right, we're trying to get, there he goes. Let's get him back in there. Dude, you need to get you some better internet, dude.
Stop your shit. You sound like my freaking 12-year-old.
I mean, you look like you're recording this video on like an old school Motorola Razr flip phone, dude. Chopping and screwing and everything. Anyways, that's the game.
I thought Georgia Tech might be like the Cinderella team, and then they lost yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't jumping on them like that, man. Okay, so let's look at the AP top 25, shall we?
Let's look at the AP top 25.
So I'm just gonna let me see if I can get it up so I can run it down.
I hope when I'm bringing it up, I don't want to break.
Don't bring up last week's, man. We're gonna go run through it, see who moved up and down from this week. Let's see. Because it literally just came out right when we decided to go live, as I figured it would. Let's see, AP top. And yes, I can't type without looking down. I'm so sorry. You still there, Jonathan? Uh-oh. Oh, no. He froze again. Oh, no. We should do a GoFundMe to get him some better internet. The Lord knows he needs it. Hopefully he comes back. Let me put him back in there. See if he comes back in here. All right, remove this. Yeah. Lord of mercy, dude. We're gonna do a GoFundMe to find you some better internet. Contribute to his fund. All right. So did you get a AP top 25 up while we were playing with the internet issues? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. You got it pulled up or no?
No, it's still fucking turning.
I'm trying to pull it up from the AP's website. I don't really see like an actual, like, just a list. I like a good, clean list
of the AP.
I don't know why they do this. Okay. Let's see if this has been updated.
I hope LSU
here we go. All right, cool. So this is an updated list. You ready?
Georgia's number 1.
No, yep. It's Texas number 2.
Ohio State.
No. I'm looking at the week 3.
Oh, who's number 2?
September 8th.
Texas?
No, hold on. You don't have it? Let me send it to you. Hold on a second. And I'll
yeah, I can just use my fucking phone. It doesn't need Wi-Fi.
Well, watch this. Easy. Paste. All right, check your messenger. There you go. So as you're getting that pulled up, let me
check my messenger.
Yes, your Facebook Messenger. Send it to your link. So as you're pulling up, I'll go ahead and run through it right quick. Georgia, no surprise. Texas, no surprise. Ohio State, no surprise. Alabama, no surprise.
I
mean, I say Alabama because they haven't played nobody enough to really make them look
well, they look
strong.
They looked silly in the first half yesterday.
I know, but still, I mean, they won. Ole Miss number 5.
That's a surprise.
Not a surprise to me, but we will see what happens later on. Missouri number 6. That to me is a little bit of a surprise, but okay. So I'm not trying to be an SEC homer, But we got 1, 2, 3,
That's
4, 5 in the top 6. Now hold on.
Four out
Number
of the top
7,
6.
Tennessee. Penn State,
Oh.
number 8.
That's 5 out of the top 7.
Yeah. Oregon, number 9. And Miami, number 10. So that's the top 10. And then outside the top 10, you got USC, number 11. Utah, 12. Oklahoma State, 13. Kansas State, 14. Oklahoma, 15. LSU, 16. Michigan.
So they bumped up 2 spots.
Yeah, they bumped up 2 spots. Michigan fell 7 spots to number 17. Notre Dame took the biggest hit.
13.
I mean, not surprisingly, 13 spots they dropped to number 19. Louisville comes on up into the top 20 at number 19. Arizona, number 20. Iowa State, number 21. Clemson, welcome back. Well, Clemson was they were 25 last week, so
that's a joke.
Yeah, but they're number 22. Nebraska, welcome to the party. When's the last time we've seen Nebraska in the top 25? Outstanding. Boston College.
Look Northern Illinois.
Huh?
Northern
Yes,
Illinois.
I'm about to say NIU went into Notre Dame and they beat Notre Dame. Welcome to the top 25. But I'm glad to see Nebraska in the top 25. It's been way too long. How long they stay is going to be a question to answer for another day, but it's good to see them in the top 25. What's your thoughts?
Look, are you asking me about NIU?
Well, your thoughts on the whole top 25.
Oh, I'm actually looking at others receiving votes.
Oh, so okay. We can look at that too. That's fine.
You got Boise State.
Yeah. Illinois.
Good for them, which it's kind of surprising sometimes when you don't see Boise State in the top 25. South Carolina.
Yeah.
They're receiving votes.
10. Yeah, that's not many.
They have 10. If they beat LSU next week.
Oh, they'll be in the top 25 for sure.
Yeah. UNLV. What the fuck?
But yeah, A&M, they got 68. I mean, but they're not, to me, the only one that's close enough to get maybe into the top 25 been Illinois. But I mean, honestly, if you are NIU and you go to Notre Dame and you beat Notre Dame, you should at least live in the top 25 for a week.
That's your national championship.
Oh yeah, that dude. Oh yeah, dude. That's people were comparing that to the Michigan and App State.
App State, right?
Yeah. I remember that. I was like, who in the world is App State? And then we all got introduced to App State when they moved up to the Sun Belt. I think that's one of the reasons why they moved up. You know, they beat Michigan. They probably got some more recruits out there. They got, so nobody knew who App State was until they beat Michigan. And then you beat Michigan, and all of a sudden, people know who you are, and the people pay attention. So, I mean, if not for that, they probably still be FCS. But yeah, that was incredible.
I don't want to bore the 3 people that are probably watching this show,
and the people are going to watch later on.
But the Sun Belt lately has got, and that probably could be said for a lot of mid-major conferences. But the Sun Belt has gotten there's so many teams in there now that UL can't.
Okay, Homer.
They need to really do some recruiting.
Dude, how can they do recruiting? I mean, let's take the example of UL, okay, which honestly probably nobody watching or listening even cares about, okay? But let's take that example. You're UL, you're the second biggest school in the state, and you're recruiting in the same state as LSU. That's not happening. I mean, you're not going to sit there and up your recruiting significantly,
like South Alabama.
Yeah.
Versus.
I mean, you got Alabama, you got Auburn. Hell, you got Troy. Troy.
I forgot about Auburn.
You got Troy as well. So, but yeah, you're not going to, I mean, that's the reason why the Sun Belt And I don't really truly believe. Now, I could be dead wrong, but I don't think it's gonna manifest. I don't see any group of 5 team actually being real competition for the national championship. They don't have the quality of athletes. In 2 years, they
no.
this deal with the playoff. It's only a 2-year contract, right? So when the contract comes back up, they can sit there and say, you know what? We're not guaranteeing any group of 5 teams in the top 25. You know that, right?
Yeah, they will.
I don't now. Let's be honest though. I mean, well, I'm sorry, no, not top 25. My bad. I misspoke. I mean, like the playoff. They're not going to sit there and guarantee in 2 years that a group of 5 team is going to be guaranteed a playoff spot. That's gone.
That would be disappointing. That would be BS.
Why? Name me one group of 5 team in the last, let's say, 5 years.
I don't
that
care.
Really could have competed for a national championship and actually won.
I don't care. Now, if you're talking about the group of 4, if you're talking about a 4-team playoff, I agree they don't belong. But if you're talking about 12 teams, you could at least let one of them in.
I don't agree because they're not going to be real competition. I mean, to me, it should be the best.
Oh, you mean like
teams.
You mean like TCU?
At least TCU, yeah, dude. TCU had a really good year and they beat some good teams though. They were in a power conference.
Do you remember? I know you do because that's what started fucking college sports fanatics. You remember Oklahoma?
Okay.
When they played LSU?
Okay.
How'd that work out?
Okay. Well, you can't judge what a team can and can't do based on one game, though.
Because they were the Big 12 champion?
Yes, they had a good year.
And how'd that work out?
It didn't work out good. And that happens. That happens. But to sit there and say
threw for 6 touchdowns.
That's great, but that was one of the greatest offenses in college football history, though. I mean, you can't based on that.
Of the greatest. That was the greatest.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's not a group of 5. That's not like a Sun Belt or a Mountain West team or an AAC team. Like, for example, do you truly think that Boise State, on their best year, can compete in a 12-team playoff and for a national championship?
Okay, well, who they beat that one year where the guy engaged his fiance? It wasn't Alabama.
Was it BYU or something?
Ohio State?
No. It might have been like BYU.
No, it wasn't BYU. Andrew will tell us later.
I can't see the chat.
No, it was a big time team. I think it was Oklahoma. Which Oklahoma's poo. Garbage.
But the thing is, though, I mean, okay, name me the best group of 5 team. I mean, like lower conference, like Sun Belt, the Big 12. Oh, no, sorry, Sun Belt, the Mountain West, AAC, whatever. Okay, name me the best one you've ever seen.
None of them can win for a national championship.
That's my point. So why in the world? Because I mean, I truly think that number 12, let's say the 12-team playoff. Let's say the first one out, number 13. Okay, let's say that the group of 5 team that makes it is number 12. Because let's be honest, they're not going to be anything higher than number 12. So let's say that you can. Let's say the number 13 team is left out. More often than not, the number 13 team is going to beat the best group of 5 team. So why in the world take up that spot just because we want to give them participation trophy from that team? It should be the 12 best teams, period. It shouldn't be. I agree with the conference champion thing because if you're a conference champion, you're one of the 12 best teams, straight up. But I don't agree with them letting a group of 5 team, just because you won, you are the best group of 5 team in the playoff. It should be the best 12 teams.
What about the year, say, Louisville, when they had Lamar Jackson?
Weren't they in the ACC then?
Never mind. They were in the ACC. You're right. You're
See, you're making my point. You're making my point. So I just don't agree with it. And look, this might make people that are fans of Boise State and UL and Appalachian State and Coastal Carolina, whoever you want to talk about, it might make them mad. Tulane, they shouldn't be included. I'm sorry.
I wanted to bring up Coastal Carolina because, but we're talking about football,
right?
But if you go to baseball, things change drastically.
I know, but that's why the football playoff has nothing to do with baseball, basketball, softball, underwater basket weaving, wherever you want to say on there,
Underwater basket
weaving. So, yeah, I mean, it's different. Like you see in the NCAA basketball tournament, you see teams that compete against these bigger schools all the time. It's totally different. Like Gonzaga and stuff like that, Right. This is not basketball. This is not baseball.
Does Gonzaga even have a football team?
I don't have any idea. The only reason I know Gonzaga because they're really good in basketball. That's it. But honestly, though, I mean, it's going to be a lot different because those small schools, they celebrate if they get a 3-star athlete, Whereas if you're like a fan of like Georgia, Texas, Ohio State, Michigan, USC or whoever, you're not going to sit there and celebrate. Yes, we got a 3-star. Don't get me wrong. It's good to get a 3-star. But if all you're getting is 3 stars, you're going to have the fans want to burn the stadium down, right?
My dad just showed me a picture of the blue field from Boise State. I don't know why.
It is atrocious. It's different. People actually will remember it. I saw a picture one time of a concept when they painted Tiger State in the field. They painted it purple. I'm like, oh God, no. Oh God, no. No. Let that just be a Boise State thing. Let them keep it. They'll be known for that. But no, I really don't think that they should let these FCS teams in the playoff just because they are the best FCS team. Because you're cutting out. I mean, it's not to me. It's not truly.
It's not an FCS. That's not an FCS team.
I'm sorry. My bad. Group of 5 team. You're right. But my thing is, you're taking a spot away from would probably be the actual best 12th team in the country, just because you got to have a spot for them. And I hope that they when they negotiate that, they don't have that on there next time in the contract. So apparently my Facebook my Facebook link was broken. I guess I have to check that later. We've
just been talking to each other for no reason.
No, and people are watching on YouTube because Mishi was commenting, but no, used to you could stream straight from Streamlink or StreamYard, my bad, to the actual group. Well, now you can't. Now you have to like stream it to a Facebook page like your own, and then sit there and put the link in there, which I think is retarded. That's actually a Facebook thing. They changed some policy. I'm like, whatever, dude. So
yeah,
it's whatever.
What
I might do next time is just post a YouTube link, because it seems like the Facebook link thing is not really working. And let's be honest, I mean, it's better to stream on YouTube anyways.
I think we did a good job.
Yeah. I think this week let's do one more thing before we jump out of here. Let's look at this upcoming week and let's see what we got going on. And by the way, if y'all see me looking down, it's because even though I think Android's better, even though I have an iPhone, sorry. Apple has, to me, the best. Apple has the best, in my opinion, sports app. It's extremely, extremely streamlined. And I mean, you see like all the games and stuff. If you click a game, they have a really good breakdown of all of the stats and all that. It's actually better to me.
But okay.
Yeah, they have everything. To me, it's cleaner than ESPN or whatever. So if I'm looking down, that's why. So let's look at next week. Okay, so a big one on Friday: Kansas and UNLV. Woohoo!
Well, UNLV's ranked.
Uh, no, they are not.
UNLV has votes.
Yeah, well, but Kansas is ranked, but you do have one on Friday. It is a ranked matchup. Kansas State and Arizona, 12 and 17.
Nobody gives a shit.
So let's look at Saturday.
Wait.
Of course we are. I am
wait.
an LSU fan. You're an LSU fan.
You're talking about Kansas State?
Yeah, 17.
Look,
The Wildcats.
Wait, Arizona? No.
Arizona.
Who's ranked number 12?
It says 20. I'm not sure if this is updated rankings.
Oh, you said 12.
Yeah. It is updated because it looks like LSU got bumped up. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
LSU,
Saturday,
South Carolina.
So Saturday, by the way, I just want to tell you how much I detest 11 o'clock games. Anyways, LSU ranked 16 playing South Carolina at 11 a.m. Central.
God.
Yeah, so noon
South
Eastern.
Carolina.
Yeah, I hate that. But I'm gonna be honest. If anybody looks at South Carolina and says, "Oh, they're not ranked," it's not gonna be a good game. Just watch. South Carolina is gonna give LSU everything that they want. It's gonna be a fight. So I'm gonna be damn proud if LSU beats them in South Carolina. Thank God. I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing it's at noon, because we don't have to hear that garbage. Well, they'll probably do it, but it's even worse at night with the lights of the sandstorm. Then you have everybody jumping around. They'll be drunk, doing sandstorm with this stupid light show, whatever. So maybe that's a blessing in disguise. Then you got, let's see, Oklahoma State and Tulsa. They're 20 and a half point favorite. Here's an interesting one that a lot of our fans in the group, some of them might look at them and poo-poo this game. Do so at your own risk. Alabama on the road at noon against Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's always, ever since they lost Aransas, they've just not been
Aranda.
Aransas.
Port Aransas, Texas gets a shout out.
Aranda. You know exactly who the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, I do who you're talking about, dude.
Ever since they lost Aranda, they've just not been the same.
Yeah, but dude, they are 2-0. I think they're going to give Bama a fight. Bama's a 16-point favorite, but let's be honest, dude. This is Bama's first real test. I've heard Bama fans say, well, Milroe looks great. Well, they look great playing against a JV team, a Pee Wee team. Now you get to play against an actual Power 4 team. On the road, by the way.
Let me tell you about Alabama.
Let me tell you something, brother.
That's right. You're Slim Jim.
No, that's Hulk Hogan, not Macho Man.
That's Macho
Slim
Man.
Jim's Macho Man, dude.
I know. Oh, okay, never mind. Anyways, I don't care. We're not talking about wrestling. Jalen Milroe is going to be about as good as New England's quarterback. What's his fucking name?
Oh, you're talking about no. Throwing wise, Milroe's not as good as him. I know you're talking about
right, and he's going to be as Jalen Hurts, who is probably going to get cut soon because he sucks ass.
Let me tell you who. Yeah, Mac Jones. Thank you.
The only reason Tua Vaigalua, whatever his fucking name is worth anything is because of fucking Tyreek Hill. And everybody's high on Jalen Milroe.
Monroe. You're in rare form. Here's the deal with Milroe, dude. Milroe, to me, running wise, looks like Cam Newton. He is scary running the ball.
Nobody's been scarier than fucking Jaden Daniels, so don't fucking start your shit.
Well, no, I'm talking about he can run you slap over. Period.
Like Jaden Daniels?
Jaden Daniels could not run anybody over. He had to run around you because he was about If he was 200 pounds, dripping wet, that's amazing. But Milroe, to me, if he look, you got to remember who his coach is. Okay, DeBoer is a good coach. All right, if they can just make him an okay passer, Milroe can be dangerous. But like Cam Newton was a pretty good passer. And you see how they did. I mean, Auburn went undefeated and didn't even make the BCS championship, which is BS, but whatever.
What you mean they didn't make they won the.
They were left out. They were left out. There was a year they were left out.
Cam Newton?
Yeah. I mean, Auburn, they went undefeated. Undefeated. I mean, I might have the year wrong. I know there's one year that Auburn was undefeated.
2013, they won the national title.
Yeah, but there was one year where they were undefeated and they were still left out.
Okay, yes, you're right. You're right.
Anyway, so we're going to see what Alabama's got.
That's when it was just two teams.
Yeah. But Alabama's got a test. Anybody who underestimates Wisconsin, do so at your own peril, like I said. Michigan, they got a get-right game against Arkansas State. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares?
I think Wisconsin, Ohio State, and Penn State have a better chance of making the playoffs than Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan don't look good. But here's the thing. What people don't realize, and this was the argument about Florida State before they lost the second time. But
did they win yesterday?
No. Hold on, did they? I don't know. They might have. I don't know. I'm not paying attention now, but I can look it up, but I don't care because they're not a top 25 now.
Right.
They're not a contender. They've lost 2 conference games. You're not going to get in. And I mean, if you're a 2-loss team, you still might not get in. I'm sorry. Matt Moscona at Baton Rouge made that really good point. But yeah,
that depends on the conference. If you're a 2-loss team in the SEC or the Big Ten, you could get into the playoffs.
But it's still not guaranteed though. It's not guaranteed. But no, so let me look at here. You got North Carolina State playing Louisiana Tech. Okay, awesome. Missouri playing Boston College. Both 2-0. They're both 2-0. Missouri's favorite.
That's an interesting game. I'd like to see what Missouri looks like.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Boston College, they're quality opponent. I mean, they beat Florida State. I'm joking. No, they're still a quality opponent, though. I mean, it's better than what they've been playing. Notre Dame plays Purdue. I would laugh if Purdue beats them. Notre Dame is favored by 12.5. So
they're always going to be favored.
So here's one that's going to be interesting. Oregon plays Oregon State. It's a rivalry game, number 1. Number 2,
Oregon State's one of the last 2 teams left in the Pac.
Right.
Pac-12.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, Oregon State and Oregon, that's a rivalry game. And Oregon did not look particularly great the first week. And then last week, they beat Boise State by a touchdown. So as we all know, I mean, Bama fans know, if you play Auburn, you throw the record out the window. Same thing with LSU and Ole Miss, Michigan and Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma. You go down the line, So I truly think that's gonna be an underrated game.
Auburn, Alabama.
Well, yeah, but look, that's gonna be an underrated game.
Throw that out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Any rivalry game, but Oregon's playing Oregon State. That's gonna be interesting. Miami's playing Ball State.
They're playing so early.
It is. I don't like it at all. I mean, but the whole conference realignment garbage has screwed all that crap up.
Exactly.
But Miami's playing Ball State. Win. I mean, a 36-point favorite, dude. Oklahoma plays Tulane, and Oklahoma's favored by 14.5.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised if Tulane beats them.
That might be a closer game what people think. I mean,
and if you're a gambling person, I would take the 14.5.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very close game. You got Utah playing Utah State. I mean, Utah is going to run them out the building.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Now,
know.
here's what's interesting. This is what you mentioned: Ole Miss and Wake Forest. Ole Miss is favored by 23. That's a whole lot. I mean, that's a lot on the road too. That's a lot on the road. So we'll see what happens. That's a 5:30 game. I promise you, I'll be tuning in for that for sure. UTSA versus Texas. I mean, yeah, they're one of the better FCS teams, but I mean, Georgia and Kentucky.
UTSA, no, they're a Sun Belt team.
Oh, okay, my bad. Group of 5. It's hard to keep them all in check. So Georgia and Kentucky. If Kentucky had not got the brains beat in by South Carolina, I'd say that'd be a fun game. But they got the brains beat in. Then Georgia's going to take them to the woodshed and kill them.
Yes,
it's going to be Old Yeller. But they're favored by 24.5 points. And then, I mean, Tennessee's playing Kent State. I mean, who cares? And that's just the top 25. Let's see, Big 12. They have any decent matchups? And Baylor plays, Air Force. Colorado State and Colorado.
Yeah, well, speaking of Colorado,
I knew that they were going to get their brains beat in by Nebraska. Nobody wanted to listen. Oh, but Nebraska hasn't done this and this and that. I'm like, dude, my rules got them guys. You don't have them right.
I haven't heard shit from Deion since.
Nope. And we shouldn't. Because Deion, let's be honest, he's not a coach. He's a motivator. He's a rah-rah guy. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Ed Orgeron. The difference is Ed Orgeron was a pretty damn good recruiter. The only reason why people go to Colorado because it's Coach Prime, No one cares about Colorado. Name me one person that was a Colorado fan before Deion showed up. Anybody?
Oh, wait.
Anybody?
I'm going to check around the house. Oh, look at you. You did the cricket
Colorado fans? That's right. No Colorado fans before Deion Sanders showed up. And now you got diehard Colorado fans. No, you're not. Stop it. Because when Deion goes somewhere else, you'll follow him. Stop it. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if when Shadur gets drafted, he's gone. I wouldn't be surprised. But whatever. I mean, you got UCF and TCU. They're both undefeated.
Oh, because
that didn't excite you?
Because TCU didn't have to play Colorado this year.
Dude, last year I told people, like, dude, y'all acting like that's a big win. TCU was overrated from the year prior. So that's in the Big 12. There's really not much going on. Big 10 wise, let's see. I don't really see much. I mean, okay. Here's another one. You're going to love this. Washington State versus Washington. The Apple Cup. Early in the year.
Why? This early in the year.
Conference realignment. That's all. I don't like it at all. Whatever, but that's...
Y'all should be playing the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you know how the conference thing works out. And then you got Indiana, UCLA. They're both undefeated. I mean, that's going to be a close game, it looks like.
So we got them in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. SEC wise, wow. I'm surprised this line is not a lot bigger. A&M and Florida. A&M's favored by only 4 points. Ooh.
Oh.
Some people are gonna make money because I think A&M's gonna beat the crap out of them.
The Gator shit out of them.
Yeah, because look, here's the deal. Notre Dame, the week 1, it's almost like Notre Dame shot all their energy off for A&M, and then they overlooked NIU. You know, it's almost like they didn't put any energy into NIU. So I think A&M is going to kill them, even though it's in Gainesville. I think they're going to hurt them bad. I do.
And I hate to hear this about or see this with Billy Napier.
Yeah.
I wonder
they call him Sunbelt Billy.
I wonder if UL will take him back.
I don't know, man. If they keep playing like they are this season, they're not going to need them. They're not going to need them. Let's see who else. You got, of course, Ole Miss and Wake Forest. That's gonna be interesting. The undefeated Commodores, baby, played Georgia State. They're gonna be 3-0, baby. They're gonna be 3-0, dude. Freaking Vanderbilt. How funny would it be after they beat Georgia State if they get ranked?
No.
That would be hilarious.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not going to happen.
Anyway,
possibly.
But yeah, there's really not much going on next week. I mean, the big games were already discussed and all, and we'll see what happens. So, anyways, good show.
It's
coming on.
Looks like a good night over there in Baton Rouge, and
it's amazing. You haven't seen no cars or nothing going by.
What's that?
It's amazing. No cars that went by to mess with me and stuff.
What?
They let me set up a desk and lights in front of the stadium. Outstanding, huh? Who knows? Maybe it'll be a joke. I'll have a different one every week. Where in the world is Andre instead of Carmen Sandiego?
Oh, okay. Well, you did not need to do that. I picked up on it. But maybe we'll have this shit better next week. Yeah,
what I might have to do is, since I have to see what happened with the Facebook thing. I hate they make that happen, but we may just have to stream it on YouTube and just post a link to YouTube in there. Looks like YouTube is actually doing the comments, even though only one person's commenting. I'm sure we'll have some more people look at it later on. And what I'll probably do is, if the link is not working for Facebook, I'll go ahead and post the show link in Facebook on the group, and then we'll see what's going on there. But it seems like Facebook is not going to work very well. Go figure. Thanks, Zuck. Zuck's got to always zuck things up. Anyways, well, we'll do it again next week. And you got anything else to say?
That's it. Peace out.
All right, y'all. Y'all be good. Later. Alrighty.
You got to turn it off.
I'm trying.